Hi guys, if it's Friday, down and dirty WOODSCRAFT. Stay with me. Okay, as you saw in the intro, I took a piece of wood that was dry, and it was, say, 2.5 to 3 inches in diameter. And then I took my kukri after I'd sawed it off to length, and I split it. I don't like batoning. However, the kukri is kind of an exception because the edge of the kukri is like 65 and the back of the kukri is a 25. So it's designed to act as a froe and can handle this type of job pretty easily. So I split it. Now, why? Why did I make this little field expedient little dingle stick? Well, it's simple. When we're going out, we're going to be cooking out in the field, and we want to prepare some things. I want to process some things. And one of the things that I usually need is a cutting board of some kind. Now I can either carry one, and in several of my bush pot sets I have a plastic cutting board like you buy. It's just simply a big sheet of plastic and slit that you can roll up and put inside of the pot. Roll it up in a tube like that and slide it down on the inside of the pot, and that gives me a cutting surface. I write on one side of it meat and the other side of it vegetables, so I don't cross-contaminate them, and I always sterilize and clean it when I get home. But what if I just need something field expedient, something quick? Well, that's where this comes in. Now, as you know, a lot of people you'll see on YouTube, they'll take a log that big and they'll sit and they'll saw it off and make a dinner plate size piece to make a cutting board. And that is absolutely doable. It's also a lot of work because you got to saw off that, and you got to find a log that's dry and is big enough diameter, and etc. I found something a little more field expedient because all I need to do is cut up something to make dinner with right quick. If I'm going to make something to leave at a semi-permanent camp, absolutely that's the way to go. But what if I'm not doing that? I just want something that I use in the next 10 minutes. Well, there's two things. One, I take a limb of anything I can find. It can be smaller diameter than this. I've used something as small as 1 inch before. And I cut it and then split it. Okay? Now, as you can see, that's not going to split flat, and it's going to be a little curvy, but it is a relatively flat surface. Now we go to the second stage of how this is going to be a cutting board. Okay, I've got my split out cutting board right here. But the problem with doing this is it's never going to be good and round, and it always wants to go wonky or whatever. I can split it off again on the back to make it more flat. But even then, this is a very small surface to be able to process on and it not fall off. So what I learned in the past was to go ahead and expect it to fall off. And so I'm going to take the better of the two. I'm going to take what I'm going to cut up. In this case, it's going to be this cucumber. And it could be any kind of vegetable, any kind of meat, whatever I'm going to do. And to keep from cutting it, now this, of course, is a stump that could be used. But let's say I don't have this and I'm having to cut straight on the ground or on something that's dirty or in some way I don't want to contaminate. And that's where, remember that aluminum foil I told you to carry in the bottom of your cook set, underneath your canteen or whatever, like a 6-foot piece, cut up into like 2-foot sections? That's what this is for. All I got to do now is open this up, just like this. And I will have a area that's clean. Open this up and I lay it down on whatever surface. This can be on the ground. I then put my cutting board down, and now I put the food that I'm going to process on top of it. So now I lay it up on my cutting board, and I'm able to slice it nice and thin. And as I do, anything that falls off the cutting board doesn't go into the dirt. It goes onto the aluminum foil, to making it easy for me to then take it over to the cook's area. Put it into the pot, whatever. Nice and simple and easy. But this trick of carrying the aluminum foil and just producing the cutting board on the spot, and this can be for meat, this can be for fish, this can be for vegetables, this can be whatever kind of prep I need to do, is just so simple this way. And all I got to do is just push it out of the way onto the aluminum foil. I can cut on diagonals, I can do whatever I need to do as thinly and as cleanly as I want, and don't have to worry about my food ending up in the dirt. Simple and easy. I'm a big fan of simple and easy. Okay. Now, let's go a little further. If I'm going to be using this to cut anything that's going to have any kind of juice, like tomatoes or onions or whatever, take the bark off, okay? This is a yopon and it's bone dry. It isn't going to be a problem. But the thing about it is, go ahead and scrape the bark off, because there may be bacteria or whatever on this, and putting it onto that aluminum sheet could contaminate it. So I want to remove this bark and make it clean. So when I set it down there and I go to slicing, I'm not adding juice or whatever off here that would wash that bacteria onto my food. Okay? Quick, clean, down and dirty cutting board. Cut a stick off, split it, put it on top of some aluminum foil, slice away, and then pitch the stick. And now when I pick up the aluminum foil, there's all my food ready to go, and I can then process it over to the cook pot, to the fire, whatever I'm going to do as a processing. Just you take the aluminum foil, fold it up like a funnel, and pour it right in the pot. Quick, clean, and easy. I like quick and easy. Hope this gives you some ideas, guys. Please leave any questions or comments below. And as always, thank you very much for supporting my channel. Until next time, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.